It is May, and even though it's early, there are some managers that seat is starting to get a little warm, and we have four managers here. We're going to talk about Ali Marmol, Davey Martinez, Scott Service, and Aaron Boone. Let's start with Ali Marmol. Cards are 10-21 right now. They are in the basement of the NL Central. This was a team that was supposed to be the front runner and win this division rather easily. They did at the end of last year pulled away from the rest of the pack, and they have not done that. We've talked about it before. They do not have enough starting pitching, and it's starting to seep into other areas of their game. They just aren't playing really good baseball right now. It's only been 2 years for Ali Marmol. Is his seat the hottest in all of baseball?
Well, listen, the expectations, they're probably the team that had the highest expectations that's performing that far below them. He did a great job last year managing a team. The last season for Albert Pujols, the last season for Yadier Molina, that's not easy to manage. You've got those guys at the end of their careers. You've got young guys coming up. I thought he did a masterful job last year of piecing that together. I didn't love their starting pitching last year either, but he did a good job managing the starters, getting them out when he needed to, bringing in the bullpen. But everything that went right last year has gone wrong. And I look at the Tyler O'Neill situation where he called them out publicly. They have not played well since that moment, and I think there's something to that. Now, I don't think they're going to let him go. He did a good job last year. It's early in his career, but he's got to get things turned around there because, at some point, expectations may overcome experience, and he may end up being really, truly on a very hot seat.
Yeah, I think Ali Marmol is a good manager. I think they're in a situation where a lot of things have gone wrong for them. I don't think the Jordan Walker situation really helped that clubhouse because you have a kid that everybody's really excited about, then you don't play him, and then you send him to AAA. And then the starting pitching, I don't really see it improving much. Even when Adam Wainwright comes back, they need Jack Flaherty to be really good. Let's go to Scott Service. The Mariners, a team that has also gotten off to a slow start. They are 14-16 right now. He's been in Seattle for a long time. They were the team that everybody loved last season, making the postseason for the first time in 21 years. But things have not gone well. And this was a team that was supposed to be on a continued ascension this year. They have not done that. I know they had a slow start last year, but as you look at this team, Steve, for a team that with the second wild card, and they made the wild card last year, it got bounced by the Astros, but we're supposed to be better than they are. Where is Scott Service's seat right now?
Right. So, this is a team that, for me, has overachieved a few years before last year. So, remember, they won 90 games. So, they had a negative run differential. So, I'm thinking, how are you doing that? They won 33 one-run games in 2021, 32 one-run games in 2022, and that's managing and mixing and matching and bullpen usage. And so he did a great job. They finally made the playoffs for the first time since 2001 last year. I think that he's got a longer leash than some of the other guys have been just to the playoffs. They're also, I think, going to turn things around. They're a better team than that. And so I'm going to give him a little bit of a cooler seat than some of the other guys just because of the success he's had in recent years that I think will warrant giving him some time.
All right, we're going to go to the East Coast and talk about Davey Martinez in Washington with the Nationals. The Nats are 12-18 this year. Of all the managers we have listed here, they're the only team that is actually in a rebuild and was not expected to have expectations this year. But we know Davey Martinez was the manager of the team that won the World Series in 2019. It has not gone well for them since. They have traded Juan Soto. They traded Trey Turner, and they've gone younger. But I don't feel like this is a situation where you fire Davey Martinez because it's not like you can improve in the middle of the year and then all of a sudden you're just going to be like a playoff team. I think you just go along with Davey Martinez, and then at the point that you decide, all right, we're ready to compete again, if you want to make a change, you can make a change then.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think they have a managerial problem. They have a roster problem.
Yeah.
They're just not going to compete in that division. The Marlins have deeper, stronger starting pitching. The Phillies, Mets, and Braves are, they're years ahead of where the Nationals are right now. The Nats are rebuilding. They're learning. They're going to take their lumps. The goal is, are the young players getting better? If they are, then Dave Martinez is doing his job. It's not really about wins and losses. It's about learning and separating who's part of the problem, who's part of the solution. I think he's in a safer spot. I do. I just don't think there's the same expectations. I'm not as worried about him as maybe I might be about some of the others.
All right, last but not least, Aaron Boone, the New York Yankees. So the Yankees are 17-15 this year. And this is the one for me, Steve, and you were a GM in New York. Aaron Boone's managing in New York for the Yankees. There is a lot of pressure and expectation on whoever the manager of the New York Yankees is. Aaron Boone, Joe Torre, Joe Girardi, everybody. This is a guy in every full season that he's had in New York, 100 wins, 92 wins, 99 wins. They are 17-15 this year. That's a guy who's been a great manager in the Bronx, but it is New York. There are different expectations. Do you expect Aaron Boone's seat to be hot this year?
I will tell you that under Hal Steinbrenner, things are different. They're more reasonable. They're more rational. George Steinbrenner, it was about winning championships. For Hal, he's looking at the job. Here's the way I look at it. If you let Aaron Boone go and the next manager comes in and they win 100 games, 92 games, and 99 games, would you think, oh, man, I'd be satisfied with that? If the answer is yes, then you can't let Aaron Boone go. He's that guy. And so New York's different. He got killed the other day for taking Domingo Germán out of the game. I would have taken him out of the game there, too. I would have. You had Clay Holmes in the bullpen. You had Jose Ramirez coming up. I don't want to get to Jose Ramirez. I need a double play to get out of it. And everybody's killing Aaron Boone because it didn't work. Well, it still might have been the right decision, even if it didn't work based upon the personnel. People don't want to hear that in New York. Show me the end result, and if you don't win, then you should be out. But I think Brian Cashman, Hal Steinbrenner, sane people, rational people, I think Aaron Boone's fine too.